Hello, my loves, and welcome to this video tutorial more about paragraphs, a video lesson. This is the same thing as the audio recordings that I embedded in the PowerPoint. However, I'm aware that it's not working for some of you, so it'll be the same teaching in a video form. Let's get started. So what are we going to learn about today? Well, paragraphs and continuing our learning and improving our writing. So many of you are so close to totally mastering this wonderful skill of writing a paragraph. And I wanted to review a couple of the things that are holding people back from mastery. And you're going to be writing paragraphs and essays for the rest of your academic career. This week's assignment is writing a paragraph to answer a prompt, and we'll discuss that at the end. I like to know the end goal before we start. Our learning goal is I can write a well-structured paragraph with a claim and supporting details that answers the prompt. So activating our schema. Remember, that means thinking about what we already know about paragraphs. They have 5 to 8 sentences. They always use formal and academic writing. Even though some of the prompts are kind of fun and silly sometimes, it still needs to be formal and academic. You begin each of the 5 to 8 sentences with a capital letter. I'm a little shocked that some of you aren't doing that because I know that you've been taught how to do that since kindergarten. So that's an easy way to make your paragraph look nice. You're also going to have varied sentences. Don't make them all the same or similar wording. Like summer is fun, summer is nice, summer is hot. Okay? That's boring. Snooze fest. Nobody wants to read that. You want to add variety. You're also going to end each sentence with a period, sometimes a question mark or exclamation point, but not usually in this case. They're indented. That means you hit the tab button on your keyboard or skip 5 spaces. That lets your reader know that a new paragraph is about to begin. You already knew all of this, so that was just review. Some other reminders. Don't start a new thought or put new details in your concluding sentence. It throws your reader off because we know that the concluding sentence is meant to summarize at the end. If you put in new information, then there's no summary. Your topic and closing sentences should be differently worded, and we'll look at that a little bit later in the presentation. And I know it can be challenging to do, but if you write 2 of the similar sentences, it's boring to read and it doesn't showcase your skills, and it's lazy, so they have to be different. You have to use proper capitalization. Only proper nouns get capital letters. So we've had 2 lessons on this, and I know this is something that you have been working on all year, as well as your whole academic career. So proper nouns we learned are things like names of towns, people, countries, brands, companies, those kinds of things. Those are proper nouns, so they get a capital letter. However, things like ice cream flavors and seasons, those are not proper nouns, so they are all lowercase. Now remember, you're doing academic writing, so it has to be formal, and we'll talk about that soon too. Put 1 space between the sentences. I know some of you might be more inclined to put 2, but 1 is what you should be doing, okay? And the reason we put 1 space is because it makes it easier on our eyes to follow the writing. So a period, 1 space, a capital letter. That's how we write. You know this. You got this. And which brings me to my next point. Each sentence begins with a capital letter and ends with a period. And a reminder, please do not start sentences with these words, those, this, because, or and. It's lazy and it takes away from the power of your writing. Now, you know that throughout the school year, spelling was not a huge priority because we weren't always working on a computer. But since we are doing learning from home and we are all working on computers, you have to be using spell check and grammar check. There should be no blue or red underline words when you turn something in for a grade. Do you see below where resin and raisins, they're misspelled and they're red underline? Please do not turn in work with red underlines. It is exceptionally lazy and it makes your reading really hard to read, especially because it's so easy to fix. You can either right click on it or go to tools and then check spelling and grammar. Now you'll notice there, the McDonald's, that is not capitalized and it didn't get spell check right there, but it's still a proper noun, so it needs to be capitalized. So if you read something over out loud to yourself before turning it in, you can catch any missed errors like that. And we know we've talked about it in person, where what's in your head doesn't always end up on the paper or on the computer. And if you reread it, you can make sure that those match up. A reminder, because I feel like I'm saying this a lot, and I know that it's easy to just slip into and include these things, but I need you to break yourself of that habit. We never, ever use I, me, you, you're going to tell you, here are some reasons, those are some reasons, that is why in our writing. Okay, so say it with me. We never use I, me, you, you're. Going to tell you, here are some reasons. Those are some reasons. That is why. Why? Because it is lazy, well, number one, and it takes away from the power of your writing. And it's not academic and formal writing. We certainly don't need it in there at all. So knock it off. Okay, got it? Awesome. Now, I know that it can be hard, especially when we're writing like persuasive pieces like we've been doing, to not use I because you are giving an opinion. So let's look at how we can revise it. I think summer is the best season. Ugh. I mean, it's on prompt topic, but if you revise it to say summer is the best season, it's more powerful, it's more strong, it's more authoritative. With the I think, you add in doubt. It's not as strong, it's not as formal. Cut and dry, summer is the best season. I agree. It's my favorite. Here's another one. I would not like to wear school uniforms because I like to pick out my own outfits to showcase my personality. Okay. Almost there. It's got a good thought. Let's drop that I and my. So it would say students should not wear school uniforms because picking out clothes is a way for people to show their personality. So again, if you take out the I and the me and the my, it makes it stronger. It's more of a bold statement. And then if you say, oh, and I also wanted to go over informal to academics. Again, I know that like if you're writing about ice cream or season, it's not necessarily writing about war and peace, but it still needs to be academic. So if you wrote, I mean, who doesn't love ice cream when it's super hot out? I know I do. That sounds more like a conversation that you would be having with someone. This is not conversational. We're not writing dialogue. We're not writing a story, which we know is a narrative. So if you were to revise it to be academic, it would say ice cream is a delicious and refreshing treat in the warm summertime. Boom, done. It's much more direct and it's academic. Now let's look at a couple of paragraphs to see what they do well and where they need some work. With its falling leaves, fun things to do in Halloween, fall is the best season. In the fall, the world turns beautiful with brilliant shades of leaves as the trees begin to change. Dropping temperatures allow for cozy clothes such as sweaters and flannels. The weather is just right, not too hot like summer and not too cold like the winter. Also, there are lots of fun things to do in the fall. Watch or go to football games, go apple picking, explore nature at its finest. Plus, fall has the best holiday of the whole year in Halloween. Kids get to dress up in fun costumes, get free candy. No other season has so many fantastic things about it. Fall is the perfect time of year. Oh, what a wonderful paragraph here, right? Let's start at the very beginning. A very good place to start. The title sentence gives you the claim right off the bat. Fall is the best season. And if you look at the bottom, at the concluding sentence, fall is the perfect time of year. Do you see how those two things they're similar in what they're saying, but they're worded differently. It shows variety. Also, I love these detailed sentences because they really can make you picture it. I'm not a huge fan of fall. My cousin is, but reading this, I could just picture it in my head. It's not enough to just say the leaves are pretty. That's boring. That's first grade writing. You can certainly do better than that. Really make your reader picture what you're trying to say. And this one avoids the I, me, you. It just talks about the fun things to do. Wonderful paragraph. This is what I know you can be writing. What about this one? Summer is the best season. Summer is the best season because it's warm and there is no school. I love summer because you can go camping, on vacation, and eat ice cream. During the summer, there are so many places where people can go swimming, from pools to lakes to the ocean. The best season is summer. Okay. This is almost there. Almost there. Summer is the best season. Yeah, great. But if you look at that concluding sentence, it's pretty much the same. They just reversed it. That's not good enough. You have to add a little bit more variety. Also, this paragraph uses that I. We have to avoid that. I know that it's really challenging, but you have to avoid it. You can't use it. I love the sentence, during the summer, there are so many places where people can go swimming, from pools to lakes to the ocean. That's the best sentence in this whole paragraph because you can picture it, right? So this paragraph is almost there. It needs variety. It needs to take out the I, and it needs some more details and to fix those topic and concluding sentences. Here's a revised one, analyzing a paragraph. The weather, clothes, and fun activities make summer the best season. During the summer, it is hot and feels so nice to be outdoors. Additionally, that warm weather makes for a lot of fun activities possible, like swimming, camping, hiking, campfires, and more. There are so many places people can swim, from pools to lakes to the ocean. And a lot of people enjoy taking vacations during the summer because kids do not have school. The bright colors and fun patterns of summer clothing make the season even more fantastic. Out of all 4 seasons, summer tops the list. See? Isn't that a much better paragraph? It's more enjoyable to read. It's more detailed. I love that the topic and concluding sentence are totally different words. It's a similar thought, right? That summer is the best, but it's still different. And this one has a lot of detailed activities and different things that can really make you picture summer. Also, that last concluding sentence does not introduce something new. It summarizes it all up. I love it. Beautiful. So if you'd still like to review your paragraph learning before you start on our assignment, I highly suggest watching my paragraph tutorials 1 and 2. They're on my YouTube channel, so go ahead and check those out. It's nice to just review and refresh your learning. But now you're going to put your skills to the test. First, listen to my audio teaching and the slide presentation. Check, you did that. Next, I need you to look at the score and comments on your identifying paragraph parts and writing a paragraph. And we have talked about this all year, how reflecting on what you do well and what you need to fix can help you be better in the future. So if you look and see what you did really well on identifying paragraph parts and writing a paragraph, then you can continue to rock those things in the next paragraph you're going to write. And if you can see where you made some mistakes in what you need to fix, which you can fix for more credit if you would like, then you can avoid those mistakes on your next paragraph. Okay? Because you're going to write a paragraph. You're going to write an original paragraph, which means it's something that you wrote all by yourself. It's brand new. That answers one of the posted prompts in classroom. Make sure to use all the things you've learned in these 3 lessons, okay? Everything that we just went over, use that. Fourth, I need you to check Portal for any NHIs. The school year is ending soon, as is the chance to make up missing assignments. The last day to submit makeup work is Monday, June 15th at noon. So check Portal. If you have an NHI on an assignment, that means not handed in, which means you didn't do it. And if you think you did do it, double check it, and you can always send us an email, okay? Thank you for coming to my TED Talk where Riley says, I love and miss you all and look forward to reading your writing.